Hey, Docky. Yeah. Are you back? Are you as good as new? Yeah. He's as good as new. In his big butt. Who's that? Is that Beanie? Colty? What's up, everyone? So, it's pre-release Friday. It's like 7, 8 o'clock right now. And my biggest struggle is staying busy until midnight. I was thinking about going out, meeting some friends to watch a Brewer game for a little bit, but it's hard because that will involve drinking, and if I drink too much before pre-release, it won't be a good time. So right now I've decided I'm going to travel light. I'm just bringing dice. I'm not going to bring sleeves. I'm not going to bring a deck box, because every time I bring all that stuff, it just gets in the way. I just have to take it out. I will bring the camera, and I will shoot inside. Hopefully we'll get some good stuff. I'm still, I kind of brushed up on all the removal that's out there right now. And my plan basically is if I don't get good removal, whether it be in blue or white, because black doesn't have much of it, I may just try to play just creatures, you know, just play them fatties. It's a midnight release. I'll probably go tonight at Games Universe, where I always go in the falls. And then maybe Sunday night for like the last one of the weekend, which is usually in Brookfield. But I'm not totally sure. Course sets are kind of weird. As everyone says, limited pools are, I mean, it's very likely that a God pool is going to be what wins it, right? I mean, so you've got to get at least a pool to stay in the game, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. If my pool kind of stinks, I may play the first couple rounds and then bail early, because I've got to get all the intro decks shot. So I will pick up all 5 intro decks from M15 tonight, and I will be shooting them, and they'll come out like Sunday through Thursday of this week. And then all the M15's booster boxes and fat packs will come out Friday. Right, Doc? My dog ran through my patio door there. We were shooting off some fireworks in the backyard, and he just wanted to come out and play. So, you know, he's just a happy boy. So yeah, I hope all you guys are having fun, or if you're watching this, I hope you guys are doing well at your midnight release, or did well. I'll try to report back on what works, what I saw working, and share some of the experience with you. But in general, these pre-release vlogs are just about having fun, so I hope you guys have some fun along with me. Time to kill some time. Time to go run some errands to kill some time. Whenever just a few hours till the midnight release starts. Hoping to I'm actually thinking I want to play green-white, but the black promo is pretty good. That white promo does scare me a little bit. I know it's 7 mana, but man, once that thing's in play, them resetting all the way back to 20, it's pretty legit. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll, you know, of all the Planeswalkers, I think if I could pull any of them, it would probably be a Johnny. Getting fired up jam here. Let's go for it! Lock the door, because yeah, it's a horror story. Earliest I've ever been to midnight release. And there's quite a few cars here, although there's now a George Webb's next door, so it's hard to know. Ooh, there's another Audi here. Let's park next to that guy. We are pretty early, I think. But there's Games Universe and a Jorge's Webs. We're gonna just have some fun tonight, play my creatures, try to build a... My plan is just to have a god pool. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? So, let's see how it goes. I'll see you in there. There he is.
Probably for later.
Oh, thank you though, thank you though. Oh, I pulled a Garrick. There it is. Yeah. And my pre-seeded wolf token, so you know it's coming. There's Dissolve, I think.
They have Dissipate.
Or Dissipate, yeah.
Which one's my pick? You can open it. Sorry, you don't get to keep the card with this. That's fine. I need to make that got it. We're gonna have to keep that open.
You got the card. I was telling him the other night, I'm like, that's like the only card on the
They said they were changing. Not bad.
The font's not that big of a deal. The font is not that big of a deal.
So, sealed, it's a slow format.
Super slow.
You're like, I don't know what I did.
I opened up a package.
Yeah, they look good. I don't mind the new borders either. They look okay.
Oh, what? Oh boy.
Yo, and look what
Very pretty.
knew I'd get in the green one. Now let's go with Nisa. You want to trade right now? No.
All right. You're in white. You're in white. Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, a foil Shivan Reef. That's not bad. It's a $15 bill, probably.
Why am I getting so many good...
Not that I care about it like for this format, but
Okay. If you don't
it's all right.
play top eight, because I have a group, and in group play, I can play both, and just have him on the field and say, fuck everything. Fuck it all.
Yeah, I'm playing black. I mean, there's 6 of them in the set, so. Oh no!
I got another...
We got me how to call my numbers. Sam.
Garrick and all right, you gotta play them both. I mean,
I'm going to.
yeah,
I picked the right box.
it's pretty ridiculous.
Whoa, we switched these. Come on.
Come on! Remember, I got it ready.
Check it out, y'all. 4-0. There's a freshy booster box just chilling. It's a few packs short, actually. But it was cool because he gave me the box. And maybe if I do good tomorrow, I'll have a full box and then I'll open that on the channel. It is 4:46 a.m. I've got to go home. I've got to edit all this. I did pretty damn good. When I get home, I'll show you my deck. The last guy I beat Garrick twice in the last 2 matches. The last guy I played, check out his pool. Garrick, Soul of Theros, and Hornet's Nest. Or Hornet Queen, or whatever it was. I sideboarded in this little 1/1, all non-black creatures get -1/-1. Wiped out his whole board, beat him. But he's a subscriber of the channel. Very cool kid. I at first tried to split with him, and he almost didn't want to split. We decided to play it out for some packs, some side packs, you know. And we went to 3 games. It was a great match. Really cool kid. He almost didn't want to split, and you know, they ended up losing. So there you go, kids. Pay attention to your value. The guy next to me had a super long face because the guy he played didn't split and he ended up losing. But that's the name of the game, right? Check out that booster box. I'm so pumped. Midnight release. I played black-white to nobody's surprise. And I had 1 removal spell in my entire deck. And my last 3 matches all went to 3 games, but I think I played really good. I missed triggers in match 2, but the guy I was playing was a real cool dude, and didn't make fun of me too bad. I still was fortunate and won that one in 3. But I had actually some pretty sweet pulls, as you probably saw, and my deck I don't think was anything crazy. I mean, the black promo rare, I don't care what anyone says, it is the best by far. I mean, every upkeep, you want to draw a card? Can I draw an extra card? Do you want to lose 3 life or sacrifice a creature? I mean, it dominated. It won me the final match when we were both 3-0. Without that card, I would have lost. And it allowed me to beat Garrick on the table. Garrick was on the board against me 4 times tonight, and I survived. So I played as probably as good as you can tell. I'm all jacked up. I played about as good as I've played in a long, long time. And going to grab some breakfast, and I'm gonna go home and edit this after I do my deck tech. And you know, I hope you guys have fun tomorrow. I'm gonna go to probably not the noon because it's already 5 a.m. By the time I edit this and get to bed, it's gonna be 7. But I will probably go to the 6 p.m. one. But if I don't get to that, I'll definitely go on Sunday. So, McDonald's, we meet again. Oh, I'm being so unhealthy. We will see when I get home.
Say that you were stranded on a desert island. The books you're gonna bring, what friends would tag along. Staring at your phone at another.
All right, so what did I learn? What can you know? Playing fatties is legit. There's so little removal in this set that even if like it's a mediocre 4/4, there's so many 3 toughness creatures in this set that, you know, you can play anything with like a 4 toughness, 5 toughness. It's really difficult to deal with. If you have removal, you definitely want to play it, even if it's mediocre, because I mean, these are some long, grindy games. Be prepared for board stalls, as I talked about in my prep video. And you also definitely want to force evasion. Like, I ended up playing a lot of like expensive flyers that kind of had drawbacks, but they ended up winning me a lot of games over maybe a slightly better creature that was on the ground or lacked evasion. So evasion goes a long way, but I think just about every game I played went to like turn 6 or 7 or maybe even more, 8, 9, 10 near the end. So you're gonna face some really big creatures. So if you can't remove them, you've got to be tougher. You know, playing like typhoid rats, little death touchers. My biggest all-star of the night was Necrobite as a combat trick. It was really my only combat trick, but you know, there are a lot of 1 toughness creatures, so if you can, there's some things that give all creatures -1/-1, or a creature, you know, there's a lot of little creatures in this set, so if you get far behind early, sometimes it's hard to catch back up. Nothing really stuck out as really bizarre that I didn't already talk about in the pre-release primer, but like I said, having a top-heavy curve is not a bad thing. I looked around at like the final table of everyone that was 3-0, and everyone was just playing huge bombs. I was the only person there that really, the biggest creature I had was my promo by a large margin. Everything I played was like a 2/2 that got bigger. So playing for value is good. Not getting yourself 2 for 1 is something that you want to keep in mind. But you know, white has good removal, but ultimately you're just going to play your pool, and you're going to do the best you can with your pool. I saw a lot of tempo plays, but they didn't really fare as well as they have in other pre-releases, because like they might bounce your creature and like time walk themselves for a turn or whatever, but that big fatty's coming right back down next turn. If you just still don't have something to deal with it, you can't, you know, bouncing stuff back to somebody's hand's great, but if you don't have something to deal with it, you know, it's going to get you. So if you have Death Touchers, that's really good. I think I advise playing them. A lot of people are playing a lot of life gain, and there is some synergies there with like a Johnny Steadfast and stuff. So there's that. A lot of people played Ornithopter. I don't think it's that good, even though it seems like good value. It's just, you know, it's a card that's not in your deck that could be doing something other than just sitting there being a stupid 0/2 flyer, you know? So, curving heavy, like having a big top end, big rack, I think is probably okay, but you don't want to get too far behind early, so you need stuff to slow the game down until you can get your fatties out. That's ultimately in my final match what ended up being really good, is I was able to work them down so quickly early that I just needed to push through a last little bit of damage. Even though he had me outclassed on the board, I got there. So I hope you guys have a ton of fun. I had an absolute blast. Of course, going 4-0 makes it a little more fun, but I had fun. And I'll show you my deck when I get home and just play them fatties. What's up, guys? So I'm going to finish it off with my deck tech. As you can see, I look super rough. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do these midnight releases. The midnight release is long enough, but I'm going to be up another 2 hours getting the vlog ready to share with you guys. But I want to show you guys my deck. So the land bases, let's just say, I played black-white, big surprise, but it's just, you know, what my pool was. The Paragons are really good, and I happen to pull 2 white ones and 1 of the black ones, and so I mean, it fit really good. They're the cards that just give you other white creatures or other black creatures +1/+1. I have 2 of those. I played 1 Shadow Cloak Vampire, which is pretty good. 4/3, pay 2 life, and it gets flying. The rest of my deck was mostly 2-drops. You know, Kinsbale Skirmisher, no big deal, 2/2. Carrion Crow, 3 mana for a 2/2, comes in tapped, is really good. I had 2 Ulcerate, which was, I mean, without these 2 cards, I would probably have only won maybe 2 matches. They're really good, and I have 2 of them. So it's target creature gets -3/-3 till end of turn. You lose 3 life. So if you're playing aggro, it's kind of risky, but it's worth it. I played 1 Meow because I happened to pull. Well, you'll see. It's not in my main deck anymore because I boarded it out and I just left. But 1 Zathrid Slyblade, really, really good. 2/1, but its activated ability is like its first strike and death touch. Razorfoot Griffin, expensive, but 2/2 first striker. The promo, rare. This was my only removal, and it's at common. Flesh to Dust, Child of Night, of course. This card I boarded in because the last guy I played had a bunch of X1s, and this one's called Fester Gloom. All non-black creatures get -1/-1. Apparently my cat's gonna just keep scratching at the door. And I've really played white-black aggro, so I have one Oresco Swiftclaw. I did pull a Liliana Vess, although I used her almost exclusively as a tutor. Most times I was tutoring to get my promo rare. I did that at least 3 times tonight. It was really, really good. But I mean, I'm not gonna, there's no deck tactic pulling a Planeswalker. You just do. A guy at my table pulled Garrick and Nissa, and it was just like, there were a lot of crazy pools out there. Johnny's Pride Mate, this is a card to look out for. It's uncommon, but it combos so good with lifelink or life gain. Insane. Which is why I played Eternal Thirst. Just gives a creature death touch, but also adds tokens whenever an opponent creature dies. Necrobite, this was an all-star in my deck. There's the other all-straight I talked about. Triplicate Spirits, I only cast this one time, but it won me the last game. Cruel Sadist, I played this main deck. It was a card. Midnight Guard, just a 2/3. 2/3 is just 2/3 for 3 is very, very good in this format. So I have a Paragon of Open Graves. This is the black Paragon. Land. That's it. As you can see, my deck. Oh, and I have a Urbog. I just played it because I happen to have it, although it never really came in. It never really came, quote unquote, in handy. As you can see, I had a Liliana and the cat. I also was playing earlier in the night. I was playing 2 Mind Rots because one of my rares was Waste Not, and I kept casting Waste Not on turn 2, and then realizing that like I had nothing to do. And I was never comboing off with Liliana. I was never comboing off with Mind Rot. So ultimately what I did the last 2 matches, what I think was the smartest thing I did all night, is I boarded them out for like just 2 more kind of vanilla flyers. I think I brought in the Razorfoot Griffin, which was 4 mana for a 2/2 First Strike. But First Strike is important. You want to play like anything with Death Touch or removal. You know, that's all very good. Flying, the Paragons, the stuff that makes stuff better, the late game value is super important. I think you want to play a lot of creatures. You want to play creature heavy. Because as expected, there were many, many times tonight that both me and my opponent had no cards at hand, and we were just in top deck mode. And you don't really want to be drawing Soul Menders when there's a bunch of 5-power stuff out on the board. So you need a fair amount of fatties, but you also need late game value too. So like those Paragons came in real handy with that, what is it, the Spirit token card I had, because they ended up being at 1.33 flyers, triplicate Spirit. So that's pretty good. I didn't have any insane pulls. I didn't, as you can see, my deck was really not gonzo. Yeah, Liliano's there, but, and I'm not going to downplay it, but it wasn't like, you know, crazy. It's just average. It's like a standard. I played 15 creatures, 14 or 15 creatures, and every piece of removal, whether it be like what's the word for it? See, it's so late. Whether it was unconditional removal, like waste, or not waste not, but that one to dust, consign to dust or whatever. But anything with Death Touch played. Necrobite, very good. You know, like I said on the way back, Typhoid Rats, you know, stuff with Death Touch. You know, I didn't play much green. The last guy I played was playing 3 colors, but I would too if I had a Garrick and a Soul of Theros, which he did. 3 colors is possible with Verdant Haven and stuff like that, although I don't recommend it. I think you'll go a lot further if you just have a good curve that's like top heavy. But for those of you who are going late Saturday that actually get to see this before you go, hopefully some of this stuff helped you. You know, there wasn't anything crazy to play around, and exactly like I expected. You know, when I said it in the pre-release primer videos, somebody commented, and as you know, people say I don't read the comments, but I do.
Somebody's like, oh, I find it hard to believe that you're going to be playing so many Planeswalkers. Well, I can tell you that I played Planeswalkers in 3 out of my 4 matches, and I had one. So they're prevalent, they're out there, so you need to have evasion, you need to have a way to deal with them, and then if you can think about it ahead of time, just so you don't have to spend forever on it, but just think about how you deal with a Garruk. You know, I played 2 of them, I saw them pulled all over the place. You know, for a relatively small pre-release, there seem to be plenty of Garruks around. So, you know, just think about what you do when somebody puts a Chandra on the board, or what you might want to do when Nissa hits the board. Make sure you're familiar with what they do. But like I said, evasion, death touch, removal, all the stuff that you would normally do. But the caveat is that you may want to play like a little top heavy. I'm not saying crazy top heavy. Like if you don't play anything till turn 4, you're probably going to lose a lot of games. But maybe putting maybe 2 or 3 creatures out of that 3-drop slot into the 4 or 5-drop slot isn't going to hurt you. It's super duper slow, and overall I had a ton of fun. This has been my longest vlog ever. I'm super tired, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and I'm going to bed. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, check out some of our most popular playlists, from MTG vlogs, sick gameplay videos, new product breaks, and some insane vintage openings. I upload 3 to 4 new Magic the Gathering videos every week, so if you haven't already, please take a moment to crush that subscribe button to join one of the fastest growing Magic the Gathering channels on YouTube. Talk to you later.